Hello everybody, Tracy at Kent Holistic Practice. I'm just going to talk a little bit about, it's a bit different to what I normally talk about, but it's about people recently have been saying to me, I've lost myself. I want to be me. Now, that hasn't gone away. So I have an analogy. It's not an easy word to say, analogy, but we know that despite the weather, let's say the weather's cold and dark, and you go outside and it may feel like the sun's gone. You know, you can't see it, you can't feel it. And it may feel like it's gone, but we know it's the law of nature that every morning, without fail, every morning the sun rises. But it's just clouds, it's just obscuring the clouds, and it can feel cold and dark. But it doesn't mean the sun isn't there. We just can't see it and feel it. Now, this is like us, our true self. It's like that sun. And the dark clouds have obscured it. So this could be thoughts, beliefs are getting in our way of who we are. So we feel lost. We don't know who we are. We don't know our purpose in life. But all it is those clouds across the sun are not permanent, and they're also not the sky when you think about it. And the storms we have that come and go, they're not the sky, just like our thoughts are not us. So we get very attached to thoughts and beliefs, particularly those from when we were very young. You know, and this can almost create like a blueprint for our beliefs and that carry on for the rest of our life. Now, I dissemble those when I have a client that has all these past beliefs and they think this is who I am, but they know it's not really who they are. They don't feel authentic within themselves. But this is maybe someone else's beliefs, or particularly when you're very young, before the age of 7. We're in a theta state. That means a hypnotic state where we will literally download all the information from our environment. And this can then create like this blueprint of who we believe we are. But it's not. Those beliefs have come from someone else. So they're not who we are. So your thoughts, your beliefs are not who you are. So by removing the clouds across the sky, it reveals the true nature of the sky, just like your mind. It's clear, it's bright, it's warm, it's love. Because I associate love with light. Light expands, it has no limits. Fear is dark and it goes in on itself. So we either live in love or we live in fear. And also fear is associated with things like anger. You know, people say, I'm an angry person. It's basically created by fear. Now, you're not fear. It could be programming from when you were young. You might have brought up in a fearful environment. You might have downloaded that information, but it's not who you are. You're not an angry person. You're not a fearful person. You may experience them. You may experience those feelings, but also you're not your feelings. They're a signal to you. That's all they are. You're not your thoughts. You're not necessarily your beliefs. You are much more than that. I could even go as far as saying you're not your name. You were just given that. So if you want me to help you find your authentic self, and I believe this is our spiritual self, you know, who we really are, a higher being. And this to some may sound like woo-woo, but when I go into it more, it makes sense. We don't even have to go there. But if we at least remove these beliefs that you may have been holding on to, like old programs that are running in the background, which is our unconscious or subconscious mind, which runs most of our lives. Obviously, we're not conscious of it. So we often make the unconscious conscious. Once you do that, you can see things for what they really are. We can get you back to your authentic self if you feel like you don't know who you are. I never used to understand the phrase know thyself. That used to mean nothing to me. I never really understood it. I get it now. I really understand that. And it's important to know who we really are, to be authentic. So if you want help with this, or you just want a free consultation, if you're feeling lost within yourself, you don't know who you are, then I can certainly help you with this. I do mind reprogramming. I'm a hypnotherapist, as many of you know. It's so much more than just removing unwanted habits or eliminating phobias and quitting smoking, any addiction. It's much, much more than that. It's much deeper level. We work within the unconscious, and I believe the unconscious has no limitations. It's who we really are, something much bigger than who we are. So I hope this has helped, that you're not alone if this is what you're feeling. It's very common. I have a lot of clients say that. They don't know who they are. They feel they've lost themselves. But I can reset that, help you reset that, because it's that innate being of who you really are. So you remember, you're not your thoughts, you're not your feelings, and you are even more than your name. So if you'd like help, please contact me if you'd like to make this positive change. And thank you for watching. Please share with anybody else that may need help with this. Thank you.